Thank you for calling Wellness Partners. This is Riley, your scheduling assistant. How may I help you today?
That's an AI, not a human, not a recording, a reasoning agent that listens, thinks, and talks back in real time. Today, you're building one from scratch. Let's go. A voice agent is three separate systems working together in sequence, in real time, during a live phone call. System 1 is the transcriber. When someone speaks into the phone, the audio gets sent to a transcription model that converts speech to text almost instantly. This is not your phone's built-in voice recognition. This is a dedicated AI model trained specifically for accurate, low-latency transcription. The one we're using is DeepGram Nova 3. It costs about a cent per minute and adds around 100 milliseconds of delay. That's fast enough that the caller never notices. System 2 is the model. The transcribed text gets sent to an LLM, the brain. This is the same kind of model powering the text agents we built in Lesson 1. It reads the conversation history, processes what the caller just said, decides what to do, and generates a response. The one we're using is Llama 3.18b running on Cerebrus. It's free, it's fast, around 300 milliseconds, and for most voice agent use cases, it's more than capable. System 3 is the voice. The model's text response gets sent to a text-to-speech engine that converts it back into audio and plays it to the caller. This is where the personality lives. The voice you pick determines whether your agent sounds robotic or human. We're using Clara, a VAPI native voice. Adds about 250 milliseconds and costs 2 cents per minute. Add those three together, 100 plus 300 plus 250, and you get roughly 650 to 750 milliseconds of total latency. Under a second. In a real phone conversation that feels completely natural. And the total cost? About 8 cents per minute. For a fully autonomous AI agent handling a real phone call. That's the economics of this technology right now. It's absurd how cheap it is. This is VAPI, and I know the sidebar looks like a lot. Squads, tools, phone numbers, structured outputs, monitoring. Ignore all of it for now. Seriously. We are touching exactly 3 things today. Assistance, the built-in talk button for testing, and the system prompt. Everything else in VAPI is for Lesson 3. Connecting this agent to real workflows, phone numbers, actions. Today we're just building the brain and the voice. Click Assistance. This is where your agents live. Click Create Assistant. VAPI will give you a blank agent. First thing, give it a name. I'm going to call this one Alex. This is a generic assistant we're building for the lesson. By the end of this video, Alex will be able to hold a real conversation, answer questions about a business, and handle a caller naturally. Now look at the 3 panels in front of you. Transcriber on the left, model in the middle, voice on the right. This is the 3-part pipeline we just talked about, laid out visually right in the interface. VAPI is just asking you to fill in each box. Click the transcriber panel. You'll see options here: DeepGram, Assembly AI, and others depending on your account. Select DeepGram. For the model, choose Nova 3. This is currently the best balance of speed and accuracy for English conversations. If your agent needs to handle other languages, DeepGram has multilingual options, but for English, Nova 3 is the default. That's literally it for the transcriber. One selection. Done. Now the model. This is the brain. Click the model panel. You'll see a provider dropdown: OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Grok, Cerebrus, and more. For this lesson, we're using Cerebrus with Llama 3.18b. Why? 2 reasons. It's free on the VAPI free tier, and it's extremely fast. Cerebrus runs inference on custom silicon that makes Llama run significantly faster than on standard GPUs. Select Cerebrus as the provider. Select Llama 3.18b as the model. Now here's an important note for when you're building for clients. If you need the agent to handle complex reasoning, nuanced conversations, or follow detailed multi-step instructions, upgrade to a stronger model. GPT-4o or Claude work well. They cost more and add a little latency, but The quality jump is significant for high-stakes use cases like medical or legal intake. For a general business assistant like what we're building today, Llama 3.18b is completely fine. Now the fun part, the voice. Click the voice panel. You'll see providers here, VAPI native voices, 11 Labs, PlayHT, and others. The VAPI native voices are the cheapest and have the lowest latency since they're built into the platform. 11 Labs gives you more natural, expressive voices but adds cost in a few milliseconds. For this build, we're using Clara, a VAPI native voice. Click the preview button and listen to a few options before you decide. The voice is what your client's customers hear first. It sets the entire tone of the interaction. Pick something that matches the business personality. A law firm agent should sound calm and professional. A real estate agent can be warmer and more conversational. A clinic receptionist should sound clear and reassuring. Select Clara and move on. Now the two most important text fields in the whole setup. The first message and the system prompt. First message is what Alex says the moment someone picks up or connects. This is critical. You have about 3 seconds to tell the caller who they're talking to and what the agent can help with before they get confused and hang up. For Alex, type something like, "Hi, thanks for calling. This is Alex. How can I help you today?" Short, clear, natural. Don't overthink it. System prompt is where you give Alex its personality, its purpose, its rules, and its knowledge about the business. This is the most important part of any voice agent. A bad system prompt makes a great model sound stupid. A great system prompt makes a basic model sound sharp. Here's a simple structure that works for almost any business voice agent. Type this in. First, identity and purpose. Tell the agent who it is and what it does. You are Alex, a virtual assistant for business name. Your job is to answer questions about our services, collect caller information, and schedule appointments. Second tone. Speak naturally and conversationally. Keep responses short. No more than 2 or 3 sentences at a time. This is a phone call, not an email. Third, rules. Never make up information. If you don't know something, say you'll have someone follow up. Never mention that you are an AI unless directly asked. Fourth, knowledge. This is where you add business-specific information, hours, services, pricing, FAQs. The more relevant detail you give it here, the better it handles real caller questions. That 4-part structure, identity, tone, rules, knowledge, works for any industry, real estate, clinics, law firms, gyms. Just swap the details. 3 things before you go build. 1. Keep responses short in the system prompt. Voice is not text. If your agent tries to say a 200-word paragraph on a phone call, the caller will hang up. 2 to 3 sentences max per turn. Put that rule explicitly in your prompt. 2. Test with real conversations, not perfect ones. When you're testing with the talk button, try to break it. Call it with a weird question. Interrupt it. Ask something off topic. If it handles those gracefully, it's ready. If it falls apart, fix the prompt before connecting it to anything. 3. The model is not the magic. I've seen people obsess over which LLM to use when the real problem is a weak system prompt. A well-written prompt on Llama 3.1 will outperform a lazy prompt on GPT-4o every single time. Invest your time in the prompt. In Lesson 3, we connect this to N8N. Rayleigh stops just talking and starts doing booking appointments, updating spreadsheets, sending confirmation emails. That's where the real client value is. See you there.